Sir, you're on mute. If you're trying to speak, you're on mute, sir.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Morning, ma'am.
Shall we start?
Again, Shah, Jasmine, Rani ma'am. Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Yes, should we begin?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, Ansha, please start.
Journalism, a lot of things. It is what makes the democracy the pursuit of truth and storytelling, and not just presenting information with the absence of judgment.
A very good morning to one and all present here. I Neha.
And here to welcome you back again to this induction series. Welcome to this remarkable series of knowledgeable lectures, featuring our honorable guest who will undoubtedly enrich your wisdom. This platform offers you the chance to gain expert insights and to be explored to a plethora of new ideas.
I would now like to welcome our source of unwavering determination and wisdom, our backbone, the principal of HR College, Dr. Pooja Ramchandani.
Good morning to everyone, especially my first year brand ambassadors of HR College who are joining in either for third year or for the first year. Today's topic is very interesting. Indraji, for getting this invite of us accepted by him. Today we are talking about a very, very interesting thing, which is journalism. We all get hooked on to news. It could be on WhatsApp, it could be on any channels that we are subscribed to. Journalism is a very, very sensitive subject. It is said that if a journalist decides, he can create a havoc by the way he gets breaking news to the society, or can make society responsible by bringing the breaking news in a responsible manner. A lot of news that we hear, it could be during COVID times, it could be Kerala stories or the Manipur stories. If you observe, or even a Russian-Ukraine war, we have been observing that the way to the students or to the society, it creates an impact. A lot of gossips, a lot of rumors, a lot of misconceptions are either created or by cleared journalism. It is necessary as students to know that this is one of an important career when you want to join in a media business, and also as a citizen, what do you expect out of journalists who bring out news to us? So welcoming the guest, my brand ambassadors, the faculty, Professor Jasmine, my vice principal, Professor Rani, and my two special stars, Ansha and Neha, who have been from day one on these induction series, taught on time and attending all the lectures with a smile, and still that smile is same. So congratulations to them and hats off to them, and wishing a successful and a very, very knowledgeable session on journalism for next 1 hour. So welcoming the guest, welcoming the faculty, and especially my dear brand ambassadors for this another induction series, which tells you what HR is all about. So over to Ansha for the next set. All the best.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. It is your motivation that keeps us going. So I would also like to formally welcome our degree college vice principals, Dr. Naveen Punjabi, Dr. Rani Tyagi, and Dr. Jasveer Sodhi, and all the other faculty members present here. We are so thrilled to have you all here with us today.
I would now like to invite Professor Jasmine. She's a lecturer at HR College and a research scholar with an experience of 6 years in teaching mass media students. She has also completed her master's with specialization in journalism. I request ma'am to please come forward and welcome our honorable guest for the day, Mr. Devendra Bhujal.
Good morning, everyone, and a warm welcome to all the first year students. I'm so pleased to have this opportunity to introduce our today's guest speaker. Sir is a retired director of the Directorate of Information and Public Relations, Government of Maharashtra, which is formerly is known as DGIPR. He has also worked as a district information officer for various regions of Maharashtra like Raigad, Konkan, and Nasik. Sir has produced various programs during his tenure for over 6 years for Doordarshan, which is the most viewed and reached channel in India. Sir has been associated with a lot of newspapers as journalist during his initial career. Some of the newspapers are Dainik Samachar, Dainik Kesi, and the list goes on. Sir is a writer, author, and Sir has been a part of various social initiatives as well. Sir has been honored with many national and international awards as a journalist. While working for so many years in the field of journalism,
Ma'am, you're on mute. Jasmine, ma'am, you are on mute.
Jasmine, you are on mute. Yeah, now it's fine.
Okay. I was audible, right?
Yeah, you
No, in between, you just got mute. You can continue now, you're audible.
Okay. So Sir has got many state and national awards, and Sir has started his journey as a journalist. And even after the retirement, he has continued to pursue his passion by introducing a new web portal that is News Story Today. And Sir is working as now the editor of his own news web portal. So without any further delay, please join me in welcoming our today's guest, Mr. Devendra Bhujal. Over to you, Ansha.
Yes, we welcome you, sir. The floor is yours.
Good morning, everybody. First of all, I would like to thank HR College of Commerce and Economics for being invited me to today's series of guest lecture. I welcome all the young friends in the field of media, which is very exciting, very responsible, very flexible, and demands a very sharp mind. So I welcome all my new friends in the field of journalism and communication. Before I start, I would like to share some basic thoughts about communication and journalism. The word communication itself derived from the Latin word, which is communicate, which means to share. It is the very basic human emotion that each and every time everybody wants to share something to somebody else. That is the very basic instinct of the human being, and which differs us from the other living animals or birds. So this sharing of the news, information, data, whatever entertainment is the very basic of media and journalism. And so it shows that we should always keep moving. It is not a static business, static fraternity. It needs every time that you should be dynamic. Now, this is the very basic meaning of communication. And the other factors which makes it important are 5W and 1H. Each sharing needs these basic factors of 5W and 1H. 5W means what, where, when, why, and how. So each communication should always have these factors which will make your communication meaningful. Otherwise, it will be half communication. Nobody will understand what do you want to say. So these are the very basic factors of communication, that is 5W and 1H. So whatever, whenever you wish to share, always remember that your message contains all these six factors, that is 5W and 1H. Now coming to the media, we must remember that there are basic two types of media. One is traditional media and the other one is modern media. These are the basic two difference between the media. Before the coming of modern media, there was only traditional media. Traditional media consists of drama, dance, painting, sculpture, folk songs, folk literature. These are the traditional media that is still continued in modern times also. And the other type of media is a modern media. The John Gutenberg, who was a German scientist who invented print in their 1436, can be termed as the creator of modern media because he invented printing press, and from then onwards the journey of modern media started. So first he invented the press, then started publishing the books, then started publishing the newspapers, and the journey of modern media started from them onwards. So afterwards, press came to existence, then came the radio, of films, TV. Then in 1922, John Lucky Bird invented TV. And then from last 30, 60, 70 years, we are closely associated with TV. And from last few years started the era of digital media. Now everybody is connected to digital media through their mobile phones. So this is the journey of modern media in a short span of 600 years, and it shows that how human being is evolved, how development or scientific developments are taking place and making the impact on man's everyday life. So, as I said earlier, each and every message should contain this 5W and 1H, whatever media you are connected, but these are the very basic ingredients of the media, that is communication. Media is the medium. So whatever message you wish to communicate, it should always have this ingredient in your message. Coming to the today's media scenario, we are seeing that lots of changes are taking place. It is impacting not only media, but also impacting our day-to-day life, day-to-day relationship with each other, relationship between amongst the family members, among the friends, among the society. And likewise, it is also impacting the nature of media today. Now we can see that the youth particularly is connected with modern media, ultra modern media, I would say, that is digital media. And so digital media is creating its own platform. Also, in some other way, it is also impacting other media like radio, TV, print, or newspapers, books. So nowadays we see that each and everybody is connected with his own mobile phone, and this way the other modern media are being sidelined because of the emergence of this digital media. So, does it mean that other media will be vanish? To my mind, no. It won't vanish in a day or two. Although it will be vanish slowly, but still it will take more years to get connected to only and wholly and solely to the digital media. So while coming to the field of media and being the student of first year batch, you should feel happy and fortunate to have this course to do, because this course is not like any other monotonous course. For example, if you do the medical course, you will become a doctor only. If you do the engineer's course, you will be an engineer only. If you do the law course, you will be legal practitioner only. But this course opens you the doors of 10 or more fields at a time. Either you can go to the newspaper, either you can go to the radio, either you can go to the TV, or you can enter in the field of digital media. You can go to films, you can go to public relations, you can go to advertising. There are so many fields which you can enter after completing your course. So, and other thing aspect is that each field is supplementary and complementary to other field. So the experience you gain in the one field will be always useful for the experience for the other field also. So it will be not useless experience. So whatever experience you gain in one branch of the media, it will be always useful to you to enter in the field of other media. So always remember that you are engaged in such a dynamic, such a result-oriented medium or business or the field where each and every moment is exciting, each and every moment is new. You have to perform each and every time. Each moment it will be a challenging moment, and you have to prove yourself, which will make you always energetic, always make you demanding. So these are the factors which consist of modern media, and it is very challenging in a way. So before I continue, I would like students, do they wish to ask something me based on my uh, thoughts I shared right now? Are there any students who can participate in the debate or in this talk? Hello.
Yes, sir. Any students having any questions right now, you all can put them in the chat box if you all want. Sir, there's one question from Aditi Chabra. She's asking, Sir, I know that radio is one of the field, but is that still in demand right now?
Of course, now few years ago, there was only one radio which is called All India Radio, which is owned and governed by Government of India, and or in Hindi or Marathi it is called Akashvani. So few years ago, there was only one medium of radio, that is All India Radio or Akashvani. But because of the changing nature of technology and changing policies of the government of India, the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, nowadays you will find that there are several radio stations coming up: FM radio, SM radio, community radio. So still radio is very much in demand. Of course, the mode of listening radio is changing. Earlier, there used to be need of a radio set or transistor, but now you can see that even you can listen the radio on your mobile phone also. So these are the dynamics of medium, which is called busy time listener. The very nature of radio is that you can do something else and you can simultaneously listen the radio. You can work and you can listen. If a housewife can cook and she can listen. If a person can drive the car simultaneously, he can listen the radio also. So this very basic nature of radio is such that it is still in demand, and not in demand, but it is growing. As I said that nowadays the trend of community radio is coming up. Radio stations are being set up by universities, some colleges, some community groups for their own purpose. So radio is also still in existence. Only the difference is that it does not need any other device to listen. Even your mobile can be used or is being used as a medium of radio.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Anyone else, please?
So there's just another question. So have you ever encountered ethical dilemmas in your reporting, and how did you handle them?
Yes, there are moments of ethical dilemma. For example, when I was in government service, basically I spent 35 years of service in government media. And so ethical dilemma is always faced by other journalists as well as the persons connected with government media. Whenever something happened, when it comes to the policies of your own media house, it will create ethical dilemma. For example, the latest example I can give you is the Mr. Vijay Darda, who owns and edits the newspaper group Lokmat. He was arrested in the coal mine fraud case and he was jailed, of course, for 2 days only. But no, it would have been the ethical dilemma of the Lokmat journalist whether to report this or not to report this. Basically, who is going to print anything against his own boss or his own organization? Then there are ethical dilemma for persons like us who are in the government. If something being reported about the government, about the chief ministers or ministers, so how to defend them is create the ethical dilemma. So ethical dilemma again comes with your values, your thought process, your religion for that matter is one of the major cause of ethical dilemma. If something adverse happened against your religion, are you going to report it or not? So there are these challenging times. That's why I said that it is a very challenging and demanding each every moment. Nowadays, the ethical dilemma is related with the credibility of the news, whether it is right or wrong, whether to report in a hurry or whether to wait. And we see that today's nature is sabse aage, sabse tej. Everybody wants to report the news as fast as possible. He is always want to be ahead of others. So in this time, this is again creates the ethical dilemma. Without confirming the news, shall you report it just want to be ahead of others, or shall we wait for the confirmation of the news? So these are the ethical dilemmas also, which creates challenging times, which creates sometimes the very credibility of yourself, very uh, question marks creates this situation whether to report or not to report, whether to report impartially, although we think and expect that the reporter should report the facts impartially, but somehow his own views, his own thoughts, his own ideology will affect his reporting, which may not be impartial, which may not be unbiased at times. So these are the ethical dilemmas are faced by each and every media person.
Yes, sir. So,
I would like to advise all the students that reading is very much important. Keep reading. Try to understand the history. You may think that what is the relevance of history in today's time, or what is the relevance of history in future. So my advice will be always keep reading. Always try to keep update yourself. So reading is a very basic of any media person, which you may not able to live all the, you will not able to find all the answers to your all the questions in a single lifetime. So books or reading is very much important, and keep updating yourself. Never think that you are knowing all the things. So reading and updating is the key to any media person's success.
Yes, sir. Are you open towards more questions? So can you hear me? Neha, am I audible?
yes, Ansha, you're
Sir, can you hear us? Sir, are we
I wish
audible to
that
you?
each and every student should participate in this debate. It is also very important part of learning process, and particularly in the field of journalism, that you should able to ask the questions. You should able to raise the questions. It is your right and responsibility to get the information or the answers as far as possible. So always nourish this habit of questioning and asking. So you are different than other students. You don't have to write the answer sheet in the 3 hours examination hall only. But each moment, each incident should be encouraging you to ask the questions, to raise the questions, to get yourself update. So this is also very much important for a media person.
Yes, sir. So we have
Now,
the
how to differentiate between the propaganda news and real news? So by reading itself, you will come to know whether the news is a real news or a propaganda news. There nowadays the propaganda news is also called as advertorial, although they will print it in the form of article, but ethically they should write something somewhere that it is an advertorial. It means it's a paid news. So you should by this way, if one is ethical, one is honest, he will print it along with the content of the article or news that it is the advertorial. It means that it is a paid news, but it is although it is ideal but not practical that each and everybody will follow this pattern. So sometimes it is very difficult to differentiate between the real news and propaganda news. But basically any news related with any product or any person in a way which will highlight the goodness or the qualities only of the product or the person, you may come to know that this may be the propaganda news and not real news, because real news should be always factual, it should be always impartial, it should be always unbiased, it should highlight the good points as well as the bad points of the things also. By practicing it only, you will come to know that whether it is a real news or paid news or propaganda news. Anybody else?
sir, are we audible? Can you hear us? Ansha, am I audible?
yes, Neha, you're audible. I think so. Sir can't hear us.
Okay.
And one always remember that although this is a very glamorous field, at the time it is also very stressful, very challenging also. Artificial intelligence, now we are seeing that how it is creating havoc in the real life situation also. It will be very difficult to differentiate between the real news and the artificial news. Even somebody can morph your picture and morph your voice also, and will create such an impression that this is the real one. So this is one of the major challenge in today's social life, media life. Like I used to say that credibility is one of the major challenge. Like that, artificial intelligence will be also a major challenge towards the credibility of your media and message. So I hope that there something will also be invented that which will counter the artificial intelligence, or artificial intelligence itself will create such a tools which will make us able to differentiate between the real news and the artificial news or artificial intelligence.
Sir, can you hear us? Are we audible?
Hello.
Hello. Yes, sir, can you hear us? Are we audible to you? Can you hear us, sir?
No, no, not clear. The audio is not clear.
Neha, am I audible to you clearly?
Yes, Ansha.
So maybe there's an issue with your connection. Could you just try to fix your earphones or anything like that? Or maybe disconnect your earphones if possible, sir.
Now I am
That's
listening.
better.
Hello.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir. So you can
Any
disconnect your
question?
earphones. Disconnect them.
Huh.
Can you hear us, sir, now? Sir, are we audible to you?
Yes, now you are audible.
Okay. Sir, I just wanted to ask, are you open towards more questioning?
Yes.
Okay. So, sir, there's another question by Sneha. She's saying, sir, can we shift to social media management and digital marketing through media?
Yes, of course. Just now I read the question that whether we can enter in the field of film also. So no doubt that the field of film is also very much open to the media students. Based on his or her liking, a person can be a director of the film or cameraman of the film or script writer. The script, I always used to say that the written word is the very basic of any media, whether it is print media, radio, TV, or film. Whatever is needed first is the script. Written words are very much important. So many media graduates can also enter in which can be one of the avenue for the journalism graduates.
Yes, sir. So there's another question here that besides ethical dilemmas, what are the most challenges that you faced as a journalist?
Please repeat it.
So beside ethical dilemmas, what are the other challenges that you faced as a journalist?
What are the
Challenges.
other challenges? I said that credibility is one of the major challenge. Then the uh, speed of your messaging. You should not just keep waiting for the right time to come. So this credibility then the speed of the your messaging, accuracy, then it is again concerned with credibility itself. So these are the major factors. Stressful life, I used to say that no media house will be closed on Saturday or Sunday or on the occasion of Diwali, Eid, Dasara, whatever the festivals will be. So you should always be prepared to ready round the clock, as I used to say that 24 by 7. So no media house will be closed on holidays or festivals like that. So many times you have to sacrifice your own personal family moments of joys, celebrations. So these are the demanding factors.
Yes, sir.
You
So,
should be always alert.
yes, sir. You mentioned that there are a lot of fields that come under journalism. You can take up a lot of roles. So, can you elaborate on that as to what are the different roles that come under mass media?
What are the?
What are the different roles or different positions that you can acquire under mass media?
Yes, in the very initial stage, a person while entering the field, if it is a newspaper, he will be a sub-editor. That is the very first step of his entry in the field, sub-editor or junior reporter, if he like to work outside the newsroom. So there are positions like sub-editor, then senior sub-editor, news editor, editor, managing editor as such. Once you start getting the experience, you will start getting the higher position. Then again in the field of TV or radio, there are the anchors, basic anchors, then the reporters, interviewer, coordinator, news coordinator. So there are different positions in all the different organizations, whether it is a radio, TV, film, ad agency. You may be a simple copywriter in the initial stage, but as once you grow, you may get the other positions above that copywriter's positions like senior copywriter, group editor, group copywriter, like that. Even in public relations field, initially you may be a PR assistant, public relations assistant, then public relations officer. Likewise, there are hierarchy in each and every organization, and based on your intelligence and experience, you will reach one by one.
Okay, sir. The next question we have is that what are the different categories that come under journalism? Also, which category is the most demanding one?
So I won't say that which category is more demanding. It is basically depends on your aptitude, your attitude, which way you are going to create the opportunities for yourself. It is not the positions only which matters, but it is you only able to create the opportunities for yourself. If you are a very good script writer, you will be always in a demand. If you are a very good reporter, you will be always in demand. So it is not the category which is in demand. It is your skill. It is your performance which will be always in demand. Even there is a vast scope for research persons in the field of media. We see that so many new articles are based on the research person. As I said that there will be always some impact in the reporting if we have loaded with some bias, some prejudices. So it is very ideal but very difficult to be impartial, to be unbiased. So many times our own prejudices, our own ideologies impacts our factual reporting. So one should be always aware that He should not express his own views, ideas, ideologies in the news. News should be always impartial, unbiased. Whatever you want to share with the audience or readers, it should be through your editorials or it should be through your articles. This we should always remember that our news should be unbiased, impartial, factual, and whatever our own views, we can express it in our articles or our editorials. That one should always keep remembering that we should always be faithful to our profession. And it is very much needed for your own existence. If you lost credibility, nobody will hire free of cost to you. So your credibility, your image is a continuous process. It's not that once you get the credibility or once you get the image, then you can start writing anything or then you can start talking anything else. You should be always faithful to your profession. You should not misuse it.
Yes, sir. But do you think that it is hard to be faithful to your profession during these times when you face a lot of pressure from political parties or high-profile people?
Of course, there will be stakeholders in your field. There are persons or parties or groups which may try to impact you, which may try to manipulate you in their own interest. But that's why it is again a challenging fact that each and every time you should be always alert. You should be always be watchful that nobody is going to manipulate you, nobody is going to misuse you. So you should be alert yourself only. You should be able to judge the facts, figures, the persons, their intentions. So that's why it makes very challenging for you. Sometimes it may be a government itself, sometimes it may be a political party, sometimes it may be some industrialist, industrial group, commercial organizations, religious organizations. There are so many persons, parties, people, groups in the society. We are always, which always try to manipulate the others in their own interest. So one should be always watchful, careful.
Yes, sir. So the next question is, do you think that journalism and publishing industry should be a meritocracy? And do you think that it is currently?
Yes, it is, of course, merit should be only the factor which concerns with all the media factors.
Yes, sir. So I think that's all the questions we have for now.
Yes, sir. If you could like to continue with the lecture, these are the questions that we had till now. You can like continue with the lecture if you want.
So my friends always think that your entry in the field has started. Don't wait for your degree to get it. That don't think that after 3 years only I will be a practicing media person. Think that from onwards, today onwards only you are entered in the field of mass media journalism and start reading a lot, start writing a lot, start listening a lot, and always try to do your best. That don't wait your degree to start yourself. That will be my message. Keep updating yourself, keep practicing, keep creating something else. Try to know your own aptitude. What do you like most? And once you start doing it right now, after 3 years, it will be very much useful to you to get your jobs at ready at your hand.
Yes, sir. Thank you. That's some very useful advice.
Thank you, everybody, for listening me patiently.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Your lecture was
And I
very.
would like to share my mobile number here. Whoever may ask to me or may wish to talk to me later on, they are always welcome. I always like to encourage the students because these are the very beginning years of foundation. When they are perfect with their foundation, they will always enjoy each and every moment. And those who can write in Marathi, then they are also welcome to write. We will pay them good honorarium also with their news or with their articles. But basically, my portal is in Marathi, so we can't publish Hindi or English news or any other items. So those students who can write Marathi or are always welcome to write, and this will be beginning of their career itself. So my mobile number is, and that is WhatsApp number also, is 986 948 again 4800. And those who wish to get our portal every day, they can also message me with their name on my this WhatsApp number. They will be encouraged to read and write. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, sir. I'm sure that the students will appreciate that a lot. So thank you so much for your time. Your lecture was very insightful in exploring the themes of digital media and mass media as a career, as well as the ethical problems of the mass media industry. We thank you for your time and efforts, sir.
Thank
So,
you.
as we step upon this enthralling journey together, I urge you all to seize every opportunity, to learn every chance that you get, and to make most of the times of your life. We are thrilled to have you here and are sure that you will make your loved ones proud.
Thank you for joining us today. We hope that you continue to contribute to this community's legacy and become virtuous leaders of an upstanding tomorrow. Once again, thank you, Mr. Devendra Bhujbal, for your time, and thank you everyone for joining in. We hope to see you back here for one more edifying lecture. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.